Hey everybody, Brooks and Drag Times here. First, I want to say Happy New Year to everyone. And today I'm going to bring you a video of some useless information you probably didn't know that you wanted to know. Somewhere in this book, all these pages, it lists the actual curb weight of the Ferrari SF90 Stradale. It's right around here on page, I believe it is 14. And it says that the SF90 Stradale dry weight is 3,462 pounds, and it says the curb weight is 4,078 pounds. That is really heavy. Now it does have a couple asterisks here with the curb weight fitted with popular options and the driver. They don't say how heavy a driver is, so I'm about 180. Subtracting that, the car should be about 3,800 pounds. The dry weight is probably without fluids. They should probably list the weight of the car without the driver and the fluids, but nevertheless, we are going to see what the actual car weighs. I have my scales. Drop in the comments how much do you think it weighs. As you saw in the video, it was neck and neck with the 765 LT. Which I weighed in at 3,015 pounds, and that car put down 760 horsepower to the wheels. And the Ferrari was actually pulling away a little bit, so I don't know, you can run the numbers and figure out the power to weight and where you think it's going to lie and what you think this car is going to weigh. I'm guessing it's going to be just over 3,800 pounds. I'm on 1 bar of fuel, so there's probably just a couple of gallons of gas in the car. It is charged all the way up, so adding a little weight for those electrons in the 7.9 kilowatt hour battery. And let's jack this thing up and let's see the real world weight of the Ferrari SF90 Stradale. All right, so let's hop in. Got to move the car a little bit over to the right so I got more room to put the scales up. I'm going to see if we can actually use electric only mode to be very quiet and back up the car. So start, hybrid, that's the ED right there. This car likes to make a lot of buzzing noise. Put it in reverse and let's see. Start, there we go, reverse, there we go. All right, I'm gonna turn this off so you can really see how quiet this car is. Air's off. I wish it wouldn't be making that backup noise like we're in a tractor trailer, but as you can see, we are backing up the car in electric only mode, which is nice, makes it easy. Of course, it's only front wheel drive right now. And all I need to do is move it over just a little bit. To go back into forward, you press this. Fun fact about the SF90, there is no reverse gear in the transmission. When you're using reverse, it's just using the electric motors and the front wheels to go backwards. That saves weight in the transmission, so it allows you for 8 forward gears, no reverse gear. Reverse is only when you use the electric motors in the front. So there we go. Now you're gonna go into forward. There you go, manual shift auto manual. And we're just kind of cruising, nice and quiet. And give me some more space to bring up the jack pads. There we go. Now, I think I just turned the car off, puts the car in park, and we are good to go. All right, so if you hadn't seen my videos before, things you need to weigh the car are, well, you got a set of these computer scales. These are about $1,000. I could put a link in there if you want to check these out. And then you need a low profile jack. These cars are really low. This is an extended, super low profile jack, which allows you to get underneath the car. And then there's 4 of these pads that when you jack up, you place under each wheel. So you got left front, left rear, right front, right rear. You put these next to the wheels, jack up the car, underneath, drop it down, and then you will get the weight of your vehicle. And you can actually do some corner balancing too. It'll show you the ratios, left to right and front to back. All right, so after you got the pads placed, you hook up each wire at the corresponding pad, turn on the system right here, power it on, and we hit the 0 button to 0 it out. And at that point, we jack up the car and drop it on the scales. All right, so here we go. We got the car on the scales all around. You can see here, 1, 2, 3, 4 on all sides. And the jack is not touching anything under there. Let's see what the final weight is without driver. 1 bar of fuel in there, so just a couple of gallons, probably less than 1/8 of a tank. And it comes in at, wow, it's heavy. Look at that. 3,938 pounds. That is 900 pounds heavier than the 765 LT. 900 pounds. That's got to make a huge difference at the track. Of course, this has a lot more horsepower. 986,000 horsepower versus 765 horsepower. So if you're just doing power to weight of what the manufacturer's horsepower they say it is, both cars come out identical, 3.9 pounds per horsepower, which is, I guess, why you can see in a race these cars were so incredibly close. All right, so there you go. That's a wrap of weighing the Ferrari SF90 Stradle, 3,937 pounds. That is a pretty heavy car. Although when I weighed the SVJ, that came in at 3,900 pounds too. So, you know, this has an extra 250 horsepower, much better transmission than the SVJ, yet weighs the same. Other things to compare it to was my F8 Tributo came in at 3,450 pounds. So the all-wheel drive and the battery adds a lot of weight to this car. The Evo behind me came in at, I think, 3,550 pounds. You know what I should weigh though? I should weigh this up here, the Mazda RX-7. That is definitely gonna be my lightest car in the fleet. I'm guessing it is way under 3,000 pounds. Back in the day, they were saying 2,780 or 2,800 pounds. Maybe next up when I do some videos on the FDRX7, I will grab the weight of that as well. As always, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video and probably some useless information you never thought you wanted to know. Nevertheless, a lot of people were asking me actually, how much do they think the hybrid all-wheel drive 1,000 horsepower Ferrari weighs? And you have that information now. We will get back to racing soon. I think the next up we either got Tesla Plaid versus Street Bike at the drag strip, or we can do the Tesla Plaid versus, well, the missing car now. Yes, I sold the McLaren 765 LT. So Tesla Plaid versus 765 on the Toyo tires. We could also put that up next as well. As always, Happy New Year, and thanks for watching.